Hello and welcome to another video tutorial for the Lightroom Learning Group. And in today's video tutorial we are going to start discussing collections in Lightroom. And collections are a very useful tool that can help with your workflow, and they can also help with your image management as well. Collections can be a very basic function of Lightroom, or they can be a slightly more complicated function of Lightroom. And a lot of that is going to be up to you. But either way you cut it, they're very helpful. Now there's a lot to them, so I'm going to break it down into a couple tutorials. I feel it's just easier to digest all the information if it's in shorter, smaller tutorials. So today will be the first of a couple tutorials. I'm not entirely sure how many, probably 2, maybe 3. So anyways, I hope you guys can enjoy this tutorial and get a lot of information from it. And as always, when the tutorial's over, shoot me a message, leave a comment, let me know what you think, and we will talk to you guys soon. Alright guys, well let's dive into collections here. Now before we get started, I just wanted to talk a little bit about collections. And collections, the best way to think of them is to think of them as virtual folders. So just like a folder on your hard drive, you can have a folder within a folder, creating a hierarchy, and you can put folders really from just about anywhere else into that folder. And that's kind of how you can think of collections. You can put within a collection images from any import. Any image whatsoever that you have imported into Lightroom can be put into a collection. And collections are just a really nice way to kind of manage your images. Now, it does not copy your images. It does not move their location. You can still make any adjustments that you want to them. It's really just a different way to separate your images. So the way that I use collections is really kind of a lot of ways, to be honest with you. I will use collections for separating color in black and white. I will use collections to separate by year. I will use collections to separate by different shoots, different locations, and I will even use collections for specific clients. So if a customer wants 4 or 5 different photos, I'll go ahead and I'll put them all into a collection, and I will save that collection so that I can go back later and evaluate which images I have sold and things of that nature. So the possibility with collections is quite big. So they're a really good and useful thing to have, and it's very good to understand what a collection is. And again, I will repeat it, collections are really just virtual folders. So let's go ahead and create that virtual folder. And I'm going to show you how to create, again, a collection and how to create a collection set. So I'll go ahead and I'll create a collection here. I am obviously here in the grid view of the library module. And to create a collection, I will simply hit the plus key here, and then I'll click where it says collection, and I'll just type in the word test there and hit enter. And now you can see that I have a collection titled test. So if I wanted to put an image in there, I could set this as a target collection by right-clicking on the collection there and selecting set as target. And then again, I could go over and I hit the B key on my keyboard, and that will add whatever image I want by selecting the B key into that collection. So now I can go to this here, and you can see that the 5 images that I highlighted and tapped the B key on are now within the test collection. So we'll go back to those images here, and what I want to do is I want to show you how to create a collection set. So this is essentially going to be folders within a folder. So what we'll do is we'll go over here to that plus sign again, and we'll scroll down to where it says create collection set. We'll click that, we'll give it a name, we'll call it demo, and we'll hit create. And now you can see that I have this demo collection set here, and the icon for a collection set does look a little bit different from the icon for an actual collection. So if I click on that, there are no images within that collection set. Well, we want to change that, but what we want to do is we want to put separate collections within that collection set. I'm going to create one for black and white images, and I'm going to create one for color images. So I'll go ahead and I'll click Create Collection again. And this time I'll call it Demo BW, and I'll hit Create. So now I have that collection right here, but it is not within my collection set. Well, there's a very simple fix to that. All you have to do is click and drag on it, hover over where it says Demo. Once it turns blue, let it go, and now you have that collection within the collection set. So let's say I want to go ahead and make this the target collection. I'll right click on that. I'll set that as the target. And I'll hit the B key on my keyboard to add that image into that collection. And there it is right there. And if you recall, that same image is in the test collection down here. So you can have the same image in multiple collections. And again, there could be a multitude of reasons for that, but very helpful. So I'll go back up to that Demo BW collection there. And what I have here is a color image. So of course I don't want that in my black and white collection. So I'll simply tap the B key again on my keyboard, and that will remove the image from the collection. I'll go back to all the photos that I was looking at previously, and I want this black and white image to be within the BW collection, so I'll just click and drag that over. So now that's in the black and white collection. And I want this black and white image to be within that collection, so I'll click and I'll drag that over. So now there are two black and white images within that collection. But we also want to create a color collection. So I'll go ahead and I'll hit the plus key again. I'll hit Create Collection. I'll title it Demo Color. But this time I'm going to check the box where it says Inside a Color Collection Set, or Inside a Collection Set. And if you click the drop-down box, you have the option to select whichever set you want. Now I only have two collection sets here, Demo and Smart Collections, so I'm obviously going to select Demo. I'll go ahead and do that and click Create. And so now the Demo Color Collection is within the Demo Collection set. So no clicking and dragging, that makes it really simple. So if I want to go ahead and add some images to that collection, I could again click and drag them over, or I could set that as the target collection and use that B key on my keyboard. But there is one other way that you can add images to a collection set, and that is to select multiple images. And I'll do that by highlighting an image and then holding the Command key on my keyboard, Control if I was on a PC, and I'll just keep holding that Command key and clicking on some color images here that I want within that set. So now I have all of those images selected, and I'll just click on one and drag them on over to the Demo Color Collection. And now you can see that that collection has 7 images in it. And we'll go ahead and we'll click on that collection to view those 7 images. There they are there. And again, I have 2 in the black and white collection. So these are the 2 collections that I have within the Demo Collection set. And if I go ahead and I click on the collection set, well, that shows me all of the images that are within the set. And you can, of course, go back down to the individual collections. So hopefully that kind of gives you a pretty good view as to what you can do with collections and collection sets. Again, when you are working on an image within a collection or collection set, the adjustments that you make will apply to this image wherever it is in Lightroom. And you can do anything that you would normally do to an image within Lightroom. Export it, convert it to black and white. Anything that you would usually do, you can do within a collection. There are no restrictions simply because you're in a collection. All right, guys. So that covers the first bit of collections that I wanted to talk to you about. Hopefully you'll have a chance here within the next few days to create a collection and a collection set. Kind of mess around with that a little bit. Remember, everything that you do in Lightroom is non-destructive. So if you just want to mess around with them, go right ahead. You're not going to hurt a darn thing. So give it a try. And of course, if you have any questions, feel free to shoot me an email or post a question to the group. And until next time, guys, happy Lightrooming.